Going on, guys? Welcome back to the Reasoning. I'm Rev, and here we've got the lovely
Brittany.
VVS.
And today we're going to be talking about...
Oh, by the way, sorry to cut you.
Alright.
Sorry about that. McCoy was meant to be here today, but obviously due to certain personal situations he couldn't make it today, but he'll be here next week anyway. So now, declare that.
Nice. So yeah, should you be wary of who you let influence you and why? And as I was saying before we started up, yeah, you should be. Because like I said, my nan lied to me when I was a little whippersnapper. She told me that cracking your fingers is gives you arthritis in the dough. My gaffer anyway. Even though it's not a big influence, but it's still, you know, influence nonetheless. So yeah, be wary of everyone's influence. Don't matter who it is. Be wary of everyone. I think anyway. Don't know. What about you?
Great. So,
I'm not gonna lie, I just thought this topic was a bit of a... Yeah.
It was for Omar, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For McCoy. But, yeah, of course you should be like wary of you let influence you. So really and truly, I just thought that's what I mean. Like, of course you should always be wary of that. Why wouldn't you be? You know what I mean?
Especially nowadays, anyway.
People can influence you in all different types of ways, though. People can influence you, you don't even know they're influencing you.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Behavior and energy, things like that.
Yeah, you just gotta make sure like you're really careful who your circle is. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause your circle is you. You know what I'm saying? So obviously your circle, that's who's gonna influence you.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? But when you might be making a bad decision, it's for the people around you to be saying, nah, you're making a bad decision.
Yeah, but I think that's more when you're older. Though when you're a youth, you don't really get that.
No, of course you do. When you're a youth, same way, because
when you're chilling with the man and you're about fucking 13, I've never really.
yeah, but
Nah, man, we shouldn't really be doing this.
but you would have though. This is the thing. Like obviously, when you're a teenager or whatever, so when you're young, you're still gonna have people around you that will be mature enough to be like, nah, bro, don't even do that. I'm not even being about mature, just like they can blatantly see like if you do that, like it could be to do with a woman, bro. You know what I'm saying? Or for you to do with a man, like you know what I'm trying to say? Like it's anything. Influence is influence. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what it is. But you're always gonna, even as a kid, you're always gonna have someone that influences you right or influences you wrong, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like you got kids.
No, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah,
What
so-
you're telling to your kids then. Do you know what
You know
I
what
mean?
I'm trying to say? So
if you had taken the right influence of you when you were growing up, then that's obviously what you pushed into your children, and so it's just passed on and passed. It's like domino effect, isn't it? Do you know what I mean?
yeah. It's like what you were saying the other week about your daughter when you moved to East. And she went to school there, she's obviously being influenced by someone that was making her talk different or whatever, or act
different.
different. You know what I'm just saying? That's that. But that's what I'm saying. That's like it's easy as that. Like you know how you can be influenced into wrong or good. You know what I'm trying to say? Like so, yeah, is you definitely got to be wary of it. That's something you definitely got to be wary of.
But at the same time, yeah, it's cool to be wary, but how do you know what the right influence is and what the wrong influence is? Because someone could be treating you like it's the right thing, you know?
But that's what you got to be wary of.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I'm saying? Because you could have someone that really acts like they're influencing you in a good way, but really they're not. They got ulterior motive.
Yeah,
You know
but
what I'm
then
trying to
there's
say,
signs, you'd have to look for signs, but then
Yeah.
how are they going to look for signs if they don't have the influence to be shown these signs?
Yeah.
But
Well,
also it's come maturity though, and you wouldn't really notice these things if you're not mature, like your mind's not mature enough to even realise it's a bad influence. Because growing up you just think it was alright.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Until you mature or you age, you don't really realise that it's, until then you don't realise it's wrong. You know what I mean?
But do you know what? It's like a kid, like as a kid, yeah, a kid could be saying to another kid like, nah, you should be doing that. And the reason why they're so adamant about saying that to them is because their parents has drilled that into their head, like, oh no, you can't do that, you can't do that. So you know, as a kid, you might have been like it as a kid, where you go to your friends and they laugh in your face, like, what are you talking about? Look at him, what's wrong with him?
Yeah.
But really and truly, what you're saying to them is right.
Yeah.
Because you're kids.
You don't
They'll laugh at you, you know what I'm trying to say? But that's you trying to be the good influence on that person, you know what I'm saying? And you don't even realise that's what you're doing, you're just going by with you're going with things that you've been taught by your parents or your older.
It's like when man's a youth man or something and they see the rest of them going over there and you know, say you weren't even allowed over there.
Yeah.
And then you just stop at the end of the road and you just see that man going and they're looking at man like, yo, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same type of thing, man. Like you get influenced by all kinds of things as well. It's not just your circle. The TV can influence you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like like the drill music nowadays influences the kids into all this mad devilish.
You know what? It's funny you say that,
stuff,
because I was chatting about this today. Yeah, I was saying everybody's racist. Whereas they not like proper hatred racist, but everyone's got their own stereotype of a race. Like whether you like it or not, you do. Like in your head, we have it. But I was obviously talking about and saying it's obviously media, adverts, all these type of things that are pushed onto you, and you just slowly class as normal. Like I said, black people, fried chicken, watermelon. Just you can go Indian curry, whatever, however you want to look at it, but it's all stereotyped and it's all, we all class it as that in our heads.
Yeah.
But that's due to, like I said, TV adverts. I see the TV advert, Christmassy thing, got the family, got the couples and white family, mum and dad and the youths. These times it's switched. It's done to the black thing, innit? God, it's just the mum and all the kids. No dad. I swear to God. But that's just a normal advert.
Yeah.
But we see this over and over again every day, and then you'll have a man you probably didn't even have a dad anyway. You know what I mean? It's just normal.
But that's what TV does, isn't it?
Yeah,
TV
definitely. But it's all an influence, you see.
Yeah, it
whether you like it or not.
Yeah, it catches you subliminally, innit? Like TV, sometimes you don't even see it yourself, but your mind sees it. You know what I'm trying to say? That's what the TV is. That's why they're it's a very smart device. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's
television.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it's probably one of the most powerful influences in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's you've got the media, stuff like the media is also I'm not trying to go too deep into this stuff, but it's also a tool to every country has it, innit? Every country, their media is a strong point because it's what they're showing their country. So you're kind of controlling your country of what I want to show you about this country and about that country, about the world. You know what I'm saying? But if you go to all different countries, the media will be different. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's even that's I remember growing up here, before I even really knew too much, I'd watch the news and stuff and I might see some things and be but the news said that person was, you know what I'm trying to say? But then when you come into so I've come into bare run-ins with the law in it, so I just know now. I've been there.
When they put you on the news,
where they're putting me on the news, and they're saying certain things. I'm like, bro, that wasn't even that wasn't even said in court. That's mad. You know what I'm saying? They literally lie. You know what I'm saying? Media do lie, but it's just the way of they control the population and stuff. You know what I'm saying? But it's a big influence because I've argued with my nan sometimes, and she's like, nah. Because something might come up on the news and she's like, yo, you see where? And I say, yeah, no, don't even watch that, man, that's rubbish. She said, nah, man, that's not rubbish, the news is saying it.
Yeah.
It's
you don't see what they're telling you.
Yeah, it's because they're set in those ways where they rely on the news, the media, to tell them what's going on in the world. You know what I'm trying to say? So, yeah, influence is all over, man, but there are stronger influences than others. Of course, your peers, your circles are strong influence, but at the same time, I feel the news, TV is a different type of level of influence. You know what I'm trying to say? Even these kids, social media and stuff like that. Yeah, they're seeing you're getting to see other cities or whatever. But everyone, London might be doing this stabbing thing for fun, for fashion, and everyone down here in other cities may feel look at us, we're on the streets, but we ain't doing what they're doing, which is crazy if you think about it. Because why do you have to be doing what they're doing? If it's not like that here, it's not like that here, and it just is what it is. It's like that over there. You go to Iraq, there's a Mazda down there. It's not like that in this country, is it? Is it meant to be like that here? You know what I'm trying to say? If you think about it, it's actually that it's that crazy, but it's because the influence that they get and the in a weird way, the good feedback, the recognition that they get in London for doing all of these drillings and stuff like that. They're getting money for it. They're getting recognition. They're getting ratings and nationwide ratings and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? For stuff that's madnesses. But so that makes the kids feel yo, I got to go and dip someone today. If I don't dip someone, I can't even spit no bars. I can't be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? But that's without the influence. You know what I'm saying?
Think about it that way though, isn't it?
It's sad, but that's literally how deep it goes. You know what I'm trying to say? Where this generation now, they can't even tell you that. They won't know that until their bubbles burst and they grow a bit older. They go through a bit in life, and then they can reflect and look back on it and be like, yo, it was mad. I don't even know what I was thinking. But I'm not even lying. There was even times for me where I look back here, I'll be in jail, sat there and looking back on my life here, and I think certain things that happened in my life, and I think, hey, what was I thinking? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, real talk, because my mind now is like, I wouldn't do that now. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but at that time, I don't know what it was. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just, you're literally you're in a bubble, you're influenced by all these people around you, you're just, you know, you're in that.
You're kind of influenced by yourself as well, because sometimes it's like, Red's playing fucking games with you, because it's like, you know, because I know you know what I'm on about.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, in those type of circumstances, like, yeah, obviously, you will, like you will gas yourself up to, like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, but that's, remember, this is just a one little department of the whole, of everything else in the world. This is not everything, but like in our cases, it's like, yeah, like I remember when I was a kid, I'll be thinking to myself, and one thing I used to think to myself, alright, cool, I got beef here. I was like, you know what? Imagine if I had a kid right now, yeah, I was walking my youth and I couldn't, what am I going to do? Not back it? That's madness.
Nah, I know.
And that used to gas me. And that made me into something, like, you know what I'm saying? Because anyone that knows me knows that I wasn't really meant to be a guy that was on the streets like that. Yeah, cool, I grew up in Eastern or whatever, I moved away from Eastern.
You know there's always potential.
But it's like, I had a lot more in me than what I ended up in life. You know what I'm trying to say? So, everyone will say that knows me, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, like, just down to just, you know, the influences around me. When you do go to mash that work or whatever you want to do, you ain't gonna do it how you're meant to do it. So you're either gonna end up dead, very badly hurt, or you might do something that you didn't really want to do, and you might have to end up going to jail for life or a big sentence. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yeah. So all of that is down to influence. You know what I'm saying?
Do you think you had more of a good influence or a bad influence? Was there more? Yeah.
I'd say I have more bad influence. 100% more bad influence. You gotta look at it like this, yeah. I'm gonna keep it real. My family, like my uncle's a pastor, yeah. My nan's a good, you know, like good Christian, you know that, like. But obviously, I got my mum's household. That's where it was broken. I got my dad's household. It was broken. But my nan was my mum's. You know what I'm trying to say? But so really and truly, I should have known better because they taught me differently. You know what I'm trying to say? But I'm not gonna lie, I love the streets. I love the streets, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, I started on Bloy Street in Eastern, yeah? And my mum took me away from Bloy Street and moved me to St. Anne's. I hated it. I hated it for one, because it was just bare white people. And in them days, when you're coming from a place like Eastern, yeah, you're not used to something like that, you know what I'm trying to say? So you can't really relate like that, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, there was that, and I went to St. George School. So when coming back to St. George School made me come back to the hood. You know what I'm saying? And like, I was around just man from the hood, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying? My old friends, new friends, you know what I'm trying to say? And even then though, like, I still was kept it normal. Like, I wasn't a bad kid. Like, I might have done, like, might be bad at school, but I wasn't bad on the streets. You know what I'm trying to say? So it was like, I didn't need to go that way. But obviously it was just down to the, like, looking back, I know it was just down to the influence that I was around. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't blame anybody else but myself. Because they're my age as well. You know what I'm saying? But and you got to understand, when people come from a set environment, they got a set way about them, they don't mean to be like that. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just what you're used to. You know what I'm saying? You're used to giving off that influence. You know what I'm trying to say? Where I knew, looking back, I did know better. I was a kickboxer. You know what I'm saying? I was like one of the best in the world as a kickboxer at like 17, 18. You know what I'm trying to say? But I just gave that away for the streets because the streets was more interesting to me. That was getting in the way of just, I think about all I was doing is like, going to link gal or going to parties, you know what I'm saying? Standing on the block, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the end was fun them days. It was fun, you know what I'm trying to say? So it was like, I love to be on the streets every day, you know what I'm saying? And it's not like how it is now. Like now, it's just, there ain't nothing out there on the streets for them anyway. So, you know, it's not the same now. The youngers probably couldn't even relate with me, you know what I'm saying? But like, everyone like of my age know that Eastern, St. Paul's, you know, it was fun areas to be in. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so yeah, like I would say I had more bad influence, but I don't want to say it as in people. Like, I'm not blaming no one, innit? You know what I'm saying? But it was like definitely more bad influence, and that's probably ultimately coming from like the environment. You know what I'm trying to say? 100%. What about you, Caves? Rev, sorry.
Well, to be honest, a lot of things have influenced, man. It's probably just the same shit with you, really. But it's kind of weird with me because it's mad because I go out with that, and I used to roll with both kind of really. But I felt it was kind of weird, a bit roomy. So then I come up here, and it wasn't really empty up here. I don't know. It's kind of turned a bit mad now.
What, like back in the day, Fishbone was kind of like very like, it was like white, it was kind of racist, didn't it, back in the day?
Well, it's weird because it done a fast change.
Yeah.
Like it was fast. Like I went from like maybe year 7, year 8.
Mm.
I used to kind of roll in ends and that, and then I come to Fishbones about year 9, year 10. I think year 9 it was still a bit racist because like man would come up here, a couple of the man from ends would just ride up here, and like man have to get. Yeah, man would have to swing it still with like grown men. Like these men are like 30 of them, we got to swing it with these guys. But yeah, and then next thing like a year or 2 later, it was just like nah, this is our ends now.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, now it's just ends.
But you know
I feel
that.
a bit bad about it as well because I feel like we kind of maybe done that.
But that's how it goes. Like, you know, like obviously. And it was a
I think it's
different.
gonna happen everywhere. It was inevitable.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. All it takes is for like, I don't want to say black people, but all it takes is from people from the area.
It is what it is though. Unfortunately, that's what
areas.
it
That's
is.
what happens. As you
Yeah,
get older, like I
it was moving people up.
You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go live in them sides. So I go over these sides. I'm saying, go over here's alright, you know.
It's
like,
fucked. Once you get there, it's fucked because then you bring your bread.
But that's what I'm trying to say. There's exactly
it's weird though because it's funny because it's like you see certain man up here as well. It's like, why are you up? And it's like, well, I live up here now. And it's like, well, like moving people out the area, and because you get that now, and you see certain man in like Nolan and that living, and it's like, right, what are you doing up here? Like, yeah, I live here, brother. It's like, all right.
Bro, it's like even St. Anne's. Like I remember I first moved to St. Anne's. I swear I was probably one of the first black families to be up there. Yeah. I got racism out there. I had to start.
St. Anne's, that's like prison, isn't it? Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I had to. I swear I had to swing it like one of the first
you know how many times man's been robbed up by the
guys.
fam.
I can say no one's ever to my face or anything.
Yeah, but you're a female though, isn't it?
Like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but still, it does even right. A female could get racism.
Yeah, of course.
Especially in them areas.
I went to school in Wormley. Do you know what I mean? Like I could have had that, but it's just me. I think it's just.
Alright, but
I went to Grange.
Grange, yeah.
But see, you went to Grange.
Nah, but you know what? While I was in school, Grange was still kind of mixed though. It was because I knew better people.
Listen, in my year, I reckon in my year, I was putting.
We played rugby against them, man. Them man are racist. They're big as well. They were like men. Nah, they were racist.
I never had. That's what I'm saying.
They were hard.
I never went through that.
But you're a chick anyway. You're a chick
But
anyway.
still don't look at them.
I know what you're saying, but it's not the same. It's not. It's
So I
not.
think it's really
You'll get it,
simple.
but you won't get it like that. It's
Yeah,
not the same.
I don't know because like my sisters, they was in St. Anne's. I don't think they really got racism like I got it.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Obviously, it's just like the racism I used to get was just random. Like I'd just be walking down and just nigga, like, and it's like.
Man's dashing
You know
the
what I'm
pints and that.
Like even my mum, she'd be in the wars, bro, because was on like. Sometimes I wouldn't even tell her it happened. So I told her she'd go into the door on a mad thing. Like it was mad. It was mad at one point. I'm not gonna lie, it was mad. But that's why I didn't really like St. Anne's. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, now St. Anne's got bare black people up there now. You know what I'm saying? Somalians, everything. You got bare people up there. But that's what happens. You know what I'm saying? And they change, innit? You know?
What's that word? What they call it? Is it
gentrified?
Yeah, gentrification.
No, that's gentrification. That's happening in Eastern. So like Greenbank area, yeah, it's now being regentrified. Even down to High Street, it's been regentrified. You know what I'm saying? If you look, all these calves and you've got the Greenbank pub, and it's all nice. You know what I'm saying? You look, my man's got a car up there, yeah. He's got a nice spot because the residence is that area is a good area. You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
after doing bits as well.
Yeah, shout out car, man, 100%. But you know what, like so like, let's get back into the influence though. What was we saying? Why did we even sway into all of this? Like, but like obviously you're saying like saying about you being in fish ponds, and so do you feel like he was influenced in a bad way or in a good way from the people up here?
Well, the thing is with the people up here, it was like it's just my school version, isn't it? Obviously, a couple of them kind of lived up here anyway, and then a couple of us from East Coast used to come up here. So, yeah, it was more just like a friendship. We weren't really influenced. We were all mates. We didn't really influence each other like that. This is what I'm saying when I was saying earlier, like, man, like, you know, there wasn't really a friend that said like, nah, allow it, that's not good. Like, you know what I mean? We was all just doing the same shit.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah. bottom line is like influence is a big thing. It goes on everywhere. It doesn't matter what area, what kind of state the area is in. You always be influenced, good or bad. So
what do we reckon of educational influence then?
Educational influence, I'd say.
So I think that's a problem, you know.
Well, like
I think the educational system.
education, growing up in
mash
school,
up.
I went to St. George School, yeah.
I wouldn't even say that the behavioural side. I think more the education.
No,
side.
but that's
what they're teaching, man, and
Yeah, but that's all about
so
the
we're
words.
saying that it's dead.
No, like, alright, I'll start from Bannerman Road. The reason why my mum took me out of Easton, yeah, was because I was in Bannerman Road Primary School, yeah. Bro, like, it's one of the worst schools, like, education, I don't even remember, I mean, my mum always just say, like, they don't teach you nothing, like, they literally don't teach you. Like, it was just bottom of the barrel, you know what I'm saying? So where I was being educated wasn't good. When I went to St. Anne's, the education was different because it was like they would educate you, but see, like about black people and stuff like that, and like black history and stuff like that, there wasn't one bit of that there. You know what I'm saying? So on that side of things, it wasn't equal, but it was more educated. You know what I'm saying?
That must have been tough as well, actually going to like a, was it basically an all white?
It was a white school. I was the only black kid there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I used to have to, like, the baddest thing is, I was seen as like, straight away I was seen as a threat, straight away because I was black. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always used to hear that, oh, you think you're black.
You're bad as hell.
Boom, we're getting into a fight straight away. You know what I'm saying? I used to get into so many fights. You know what I'm saying? But like, luckily, when I got into my fights though, it put people in their place. You know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time, it was like, this is another thing, yeah? This is another thing. It put me in that state of being like being seen as like the bad guy, you know what I'm trying to say? When that wasn't really me. So I used to have to play it down, and sometimes I'd even like, because obviously, you know, like white people got different banter to black people, so a lot of times they're just bantering, you know. But I got used to their banter, and I had to, because every time I just stuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they're taking the piss out of me, but it was just banter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that made me have to like allow certain things and be more softer, lenient, you know what I'm trying to say? Because I didn't like being seen as that guy when I came into the playground. It's like, you know, oh yeah, he's gonna be on our side. Like, you're just saying that because you think, oh, I'm tough or whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it wasn't because you really want to be my friend. I want you to be my friend, not to be my friend because of like, oh, he's a bit tough, let's roll with him. Some guys like that, you know what I'm saying? They want to be feared, innit? I'm not a person that want to be feared. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's never been in me. So it's like, yeah. Or like the teacher will kick me out of class and I go to Mr. Priest, the head teacher, yeah, and go to his office. I'm just sitting there, he's giving me chocolates, just chatting to me and reasoning with me, making me know like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the only blessed thing about that. Was a very because he knew how to tap into the kids. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, looking back though, it wasn't. You look a bit like, I don't know, a bit dodgy, like. But at the same time, everyone from Central will tell you about Mr. Priest. Yeah, Mr. Priest, he was a legend still. And
you know what our head teacher was dead. She used to piss man off. Miss Vaughan. Oh,
what school did you go to?
Whitfield.
Oh, okay.
Wait, he's got it again.
Yeah. Whitfield, St. George.
Yeah.
St.
How old are you?
33.
How old are you?
Very bad.
So you was already left school by the time I started. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
That's why you
I started
No need for that.
I started secondary school in 98.
I must have started, and I didn't even know.
I started in 2000.
2004, I must have started 2005.
Yeah, I left in 2004.
I was leaving in 05.
Same.
Yeah, man.
You're old to me too.
This is probably why your colours changed. You went in, was it called Academy then? Times or something?
You know that, innit? College or something.
Yeah,
college, that's when they all started.
Yeah, they all started. But when I left, 05, that's when, I think 06.
No, when I left St. George in 05.
No, but they swapped Whitfield to Met. Yeah, like 05, 06 they swapped it.
And they had ties and all sorts. Bro, when I was in school, the kids wearing uniform. Oh my god, we wore what we wanted.
Man's got coming in the trackie.
My little brother does that now. I was going to school to tracksuit yesterday, and I said, where you going? He's like, it's cold. I was like, is it? Are you going to go to school?
What school do you go to?
BBI.
What's that now?
Speedwell.
Speedwell, that's another school, man. That was a dumping ground for St. George. St. George was a dumping ground for Speedwell, literally. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah,
They used to just dump it on everyone, because we used to get St. Tom's in our school sometimes as well.
Whitfield, St. Tom's, Speedwell, Fairfield, all those schools there.
Just mix around.
They still do that now. My little brother goes to, when he gets to, he has to like have time out of school, whatever, he goes to different schools all the time.
Oh,
yeah, he
they
goes
never used to do that.
He goes to City Academy, then he went to the Met the other day.
That's sick.
It's not, because he just knows, he just gets a bit of time out of school. It's not,
I ain't not gonna lie, I didn't even know if I would, like, what am I gonna go to St. George for a week next week? Like, fuck.
It doesn't even make no sense.
That sounds
it makes
long
no sense.
me.
What's the point in sending him out
that
of school
sounds long.
to go to another school for the day? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for real.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
You could get even more trouble.
Yeah.
You're alien right
and he
now.
goes to the,
Don't
he goes to Met, and obviously he's got his cousins there, and so he's just with like, I'm just like, it's teaching him nothing. You know what I mean?
Influence.
Yeah.
I keep trying to cover this influence thing. Do you know what? This is what I said there. This topic is a bit techy, like, but work with us. We're trying. Influence. St. George was a bad influence on everybody. I'll tell you that now. St. George was a bad influence. Think about it. Yeah, like I said, right, the first day I went to St. George, that's when I first bought a split. I came into that school, the oldest them, yep, come, gravel courts. Went to gravel courts. Bro, man, I don't know how I did it, but I bought a split, I was calm. You know what I'm saying? Went to lesson high and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? For the first 7-8 months of St. George, I was fully into the badness, you know what I'm trying to say? And then I just switched it up. Because I think one of my best friends, he got expelled out of school, yeah? And he was bad, you know what I'm trying to say? And I guess he was the influence, like in a way, the bad influence, yeah? But he got expelled, yeah? And then after that, my mum and my dad, they got onto me, and like, it was just like, I just switched it up. At a young age, I remember thinking, you know what, forget all of that. I'm just gonna play football. Started going to the courts and playing football with all the, I made new friends, you know what I'm saying? Friends are friends to this day, you know what I'm saying? And I just wasn't really on none of that no more, and I just like went to just try and do school, but at the same time, the education was rubbish, so I was just like...
I had a good influence on football still. When I was growing up, even though I was still on road and that, like, my influence on football was... I'm kind of pissed, because see the squad we had, like, yeah, it was dumb. But that was a good influence, I ain't gonna lie. But achieving things like that, yeah, you don't... Well, you do have, obviously, football teams now, but see, like, the way that football team was... Even certain football teams like the Mill, Broad Plain, like, you know what I mean? They don't even really have that no more.
Yeah, all of that.
They got to go to play for Boca and shit now. They got to go to all the white teams. Nah, trust, because there was black teams back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Because community teams.
Yeah, whether Cadbury's, even Staple and DRG have black people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though. But I'm saying when we lost shit like that, like the Broad Players, the Mills and shit like that, we had to branch out. Because we had to go play football somewhere, didn't we?
Why did they stop?
Just funding. You remember all the youth centres, things like that was good influences on the community.
I don't actually know what really happened, why like Bill and stuff like that stopped running.
It's like they all just collapsed at the same time.
Yeah, it's weird. Look, I don't know, because I know that the funding is still there, but I don't get it. I don't really get it. I don't know. Maybe it's just people are not on it as much as they was them days.
It's not
even that. You know what it is? I just think it's the government. They just scrapped it for a reason. They said, fuck you. So.
Yeah, but scrapped what though?
Because there's still a couple youth clubs that go on now today though, but it's not really
actual funding for black youth is live, is there. If you have your business plan, etc., you go to them with it for helping black youth, they have to fund you.
Sounds like we have to go sit down.
So no, but it's just that it's there, isn't it? They use it for stop and search instead of what they're meant to use it for. They don't promote it to the communities to say that the funding is actually there, which they're meant to do. You know what I'm saying? But like that's how it's always been for like black people, isn't it? They hide our assets. You know what I'm trying to say? We don't get shown what's there for us and whatever. So you got to find out what's there. And when you see what's there, it's like, right, so what's going on there? That's when you see like the bigger picture. Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really ain't trying to help us. They're really trying to make us, you know,
fall, like, literally. I don't understand how they always went missing.
Yeah.
But they were good influences. Youth clubs were always good influences amongst the community. 100%, man. Come on. We used to have some raves in the Mill certain time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was live. Like,
it was
Thursday night. Mill, Thursday night was a good... I used to remember that feeling, like, yeah, oh, it's Thursday, Mill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be on the streets, you know, like, and it'd be like, ain't got nothing to do, and it's like, oh, it's Thursday,
To the
meal. So you know that just that there, that one day of the week,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Even though there might be some badness might happen in the meal because you got kids all together and something happened, but at the same time it was a good fight. Like it was something to look forward to. You had the sports hall, you had
table tennis,
everything in there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man spitting bars, you're saying like all kind of things was happening.
Music room, drums,
yeah. Even just
art room,
even just a hangout,
take pictures,
fresh dance. Even just a hangout, like it was a place, it was a legit place to hang out.
Come off the street.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like feds could go past here all day, every day, and they can't say nothing. We're in a youth club.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's stuff like that as well. Like you got kids now on the street that like 15, 16, bro. When I was 15, 16, I wasn't doing what they're doing. I'll be real. What you mad? Like, but that's because of the community, how it was then to what it is now. Like I just said, there was youth clubs. You know what I'm saying? That would keep us in our age bracket. You know what I'm trying to say? Like. You can catch these kids in a youth club now. Put them in a youth club, they'll think that I'm a big man. What do you mean youth club? They'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't know what to do in there.
No, but that's because they haven't been grown like that. You know what I'm saying? They've been grown with nothing to fend for themselves. You know what I'm trying to say? If their household ain't right, like shit, it could be real.
To be honest, that's the plan though, bro. If you actually deep it, that's the plan. Like, look at it, yeah. Youth clubs gone down, nothing for them to do. Stop and searches go up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they're on road, so there's nowhere for them to go. It's the plan, brother. Like, let's be serious about this, innit?
Put
like,
2 and 2 together.
That's the plan, fam.
It's not how you can see the whole thing, but this is what I'm saying. So the real bad influence out here is like the government, like, you know what I'm trying to say? That's how real it is. The real bad influence.
Especially with all this fucking pandemic as well.
Yeah, it's a government. Look, it's on a flipping party last year.
I know, I can't.
You know what I'm trying to say? It's like,
nah.
They had man doing lockdown on Christmas and that, yeah, saying only certain amount of people in each household. These times they're just
see the way man had to move when man was hitting road, back roads and all that. Man was trying to get grip by no leg,
you know, bro. You get 5-10 rats and stuff like that. But they need to be refunded for their money. That's how real it is.
Yeah,
because that's daylight robbery. You're finding us if we're out in big parties, 10 rats, but then you're having a party. No masks, no social distance. You're laughing about it behind our backs. Like, what on? You know what I'm saying? That's where you need to question the government. And the government, literally, I feel that.
And you know what? It's mad as well, because I was talking about this the other day. Yeah, what if everybody in the world stopped paying their bills? Everyone just went on strike and said, you know what, we're all not going to pay. Bro, we can't all go to jail, bro. We can't all get bailiffs. You think they got enough bailiffs to come to everyone's camp, bro? They think they ain't working, fam. We need to do some uprising out here. But yeah,
I ain't part of that.
Sorry, bad influence.
But yeah, like obviously, you know what it's like? They got things in line for that though. Don't get twisted.
Yeah,
you never heard of martial law? Yeah, like they got certain things like, and I wouldn't be surprised in like 10 years time that they won't have martial law out there, especially with vaccine, because they know people ain't taking it.
Yeah, definitely.
So soon they're gonna force you to take it. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to force you now by saying, right, passport, vaccine passports, all of that.
Can't go here. Little scare tactic.
If you want to go on holiday, you will have to go get vaccine. You know what I'm saying? But like obviously they know that there's a lot of rebellious people out there that don't believe a word that you're saying. So it's like soon is gonna be a forceful thing. Watch.
Yeah,
you want to talk about what they're gonna do, not lock us up. Yeah, they will. They've got places probably already know.
Yeah. Private prisons. They've been doing that for a minute.
Supermax prison.
Private.
I was in one for like 6.5 years in a Supermax. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that can hold like 1,000 prisoners. You know what I'm trying to say? If you'd have seen what happens in that, do you know what? I'll be real with you. Being in that prison, opened my eyes. Like it was like I remember the day. One day I was just walking to work, and I looked at the building, one of the buildings, like where the workshops and that, and it just says, such and such enterprise, and I'm like, hey, enterprise. That is like that. From seeing that, made me think like, hold on, but this is a prison, enterprise, and in there they got like 4 or 5 different contracts from big boy companies out here. Like you don't even know, like you might be sitting on the sofa that they built in the jail, and you know that they made in the jail, and they'll make a sofa. Probably get like £3 for the sofa, and they're selling that sofa for like £300, £400. Yeah, like so it's literally modern day slave trade. You get it? But in America, if you check out America, they have the private jail systems. They've had that from day one. Tony Blair and Bush, they've been having that. But what they're doing is their jail is blatant modern day slavery.
They do
because all they do in the streets,
they
lock up black people for no reason. little driving something, whatever, you get 10 years in jail. They're just chucking black people in there.
You know what? There's a lot of distractions in the way as well. Do you know that flipping trial's been going on as well? And they ain't even been on the telly. That you know the chick. The Epstein's gal.
Oh, what's that? Yeah.
Her trial's been going on, but all man's chatting about is the new brand of this COVID.
Yeah, and what's it even called again?
Who cares? I don't give a dash. I just not really into this
Oh,
COVID.
yeah, that COVID, the
robotic
Omar can be.
Yeah.
Omar can be. So, if you spell it, like I'm not trying to be this.
It's a Delta Omicron, and then when you do it back when it's anagram and it's like media control. Did you read that?
Media control.
Yes, I read
that. But also on just the Omicron B, if you could.
I swear it's got like a little sign as well. It's got its own little weird fucking sign.
If you alter all the words on that, just the Omicron B, it's no crimbo. Try it. No cool.
I'm never gonna do that. I'm never gonna do that. So I just get mad.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't know much of the difference in my
Yeah, but it is what it is. But like it's real. That's what happens, isn't it? You know, that goes down to like the media when we say like, the bad influence of like the media and stuff, and like they will be like they should have that on that should be headline news.
No, but they can't, fam, because then the government will probably collapse.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, because everyone will be done for. That Andrew guy done for. Everyone will probably be done for. The Queen will probably be done for.
It's what it is, though, isn't it?
She probably went over there as well.
They're wrong uns. They're wrong uns, isn't it?
They're all wrong uns, fam.
They should be holding.
We're ran by wrong uns, fam.
The government's got to be responsible.
This is why paedophiles are getting
did you read the list of everyone that went over on the airplane?
Yeah. People.
I was like,
some of my real like, you know, I'm like, what? John Lennon? Not John Lennon. What's his name?
John Legend.
That's it.
It was on it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
damn.
Enough people was on house arrest when this COVID.
Not even Ronaldo went there.
No.
Not Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh,
Big Ron.
What?
Big striker. Big Ron. Damn me, I was heartbroken, fam, when I seen him on the fucking documentary.
You might have just went there one time, seen what once, and I ain't coming back here again.
Why would you go in the first place? Why would you go in the first place? I don't care, it's weird.
Yeah, but from the plane, they got the young things on there. On the plane, they had the young gal on there.
Jeffrey Epstein was a celebrity, yeah? If he's saying, I've got an island, come to my island.
But why did you come back and not say nothing? That's the scary
stuff. Because you're messing with the government. When you're in there and you're there and you're seeing all these like
Trump and them.
Yeah, like doing all this madness.
Prince Andrew and that.
It's not like they might have gone back and told their own people, but to speak that is like they know what's coming. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, like what's going on?
Yeah. Imagine next thing you know, you're in a car crash.
Like, imagine that Obama, you look up to Obama and all that, you're seeing them do some madnesses and they're like, yeah, come. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, what? Like, then I'm good.
Alright, let me just go get a drink, brother. Let me just go back in a minute.
And
you want a drink? You want a drink?
Like, yo, what for her though?
You know,
like, because that's normal to
Brit's moving.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm still not going.
Brit's moving.
I'm still not going. What did you say? What did you say?
I said you're moving mad.
I'm not going to the island.
No, but you would go.
No, I wouldn't go.
No, listen, you would go not knowing what going.
Yeah, you might say no.
If you're a celebrity, okay, let's not say that then. Let's say Dubai. Yeah, because Dubai is attractive, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? But how do you know what's going on in Dubai?
You know, a lot of madness is going on.
Like, real talk, how do you know what's going on in Dubai? Dubai is a built country, you know, that's been built. Like,
people are going over there to get food on.
Like, it's all crazy. What I'm saying is, I've heard things about Dubai and everything happens in closed doors. Not what we see on the social media and that in the clubs. Everything that's mad that happens over there happens closed doors. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know, like,
you might these mad things go on.
Yeah, of course, I heard that. Yeah, it's true.
It's just you just don't hear.
But that was just an island that was based on that. Like it was that.
Yeah.
Like all mad stuff. I don't even want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
Like come from me and it's.
No, like
I didn't know what was going on there. I just heard. Like, I don't know. But yeah. Mad. But,
yeah, bad influence.
Bad influence. Very bad influence.
Definitely.
Because this, can I just say something about influence actually? Yeah. Now, this world is so sexualized right now, yeah? Like,
unfortunately.
That is another big bad influence in like the world. Like it's sexualized differently. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you like yo,
what's this challenge?
Yeah.
You ever done that?
No.
Oh.
It started with Rihanna. It started with Rihanna, yeah? I remember, like I think I've just went into jail these times. This is like probably like 2010, yeah. And
Nah, what you say about Ruby though?
she did that Rude Boy tune, innit?
Oh yeah.
And she turned back. Remember when she started turning back? And then it's like she started a craze. You know what I'm trying to say? And then you got the Cardi B's. But don't forget, Little Kim, Foxy Brown.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They were different.
Their influence,
they were different.
was
Yeah.
a bad, like it was like
I'm not
Cardi
even
B.
that.
Remember Cardi? Do you know what it was? Little Kim, she had a bad past in it before her career, but she didn't expose it as much as these lot. These lot brandy shit. I'm a stripper. Like what? Rare. She came. Remember Cardi B came out as a stripper, loving hip hop, became a rapper. Yeah. Like, but she used to like shout that to the rooftops. So then the young girl them that's seeing a successful woman, got all the money, got everything from doing this. What's the problem? When we was growing up, and you see a stripper, it's like nah, you can't be no stripper because that's not a good look. But now it's normal. In America, there are strippers everywhere. That they look normal, they look good. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that's another. Oh, bro, I could go into it's mad. But anyway, what I'm saying is sexual. The world has been very like sexualized, like, and it's just normal now where all this like no disrespect, you get me, like, but like gay and like transsexual and. What's the other one? Uni something? There's some next names, bro.
Transgender,
No, there's next names where they're not a gender.
Unknown.
Like, literally unknown. Like it's mad. Like, but they got all of this. I remember growing up, innit? I can only go for. I remember growing up, like I was very frowned upon just to even be gay. So like now it's so normal. You can't even cuss a bad word about a gay. You know what I'm trying to say? But it's like now the kids. At 5, 6,
depopulate,
talking about
depopulation, fam.
All these type of things.
They don't want man to breed. You get me?
They're meant to teach it in schools now. They have to teach it in schools. Bro, like that's a bit mad, you know. Like just like, how can you teach my like that's nuts?
But why do you need to be? So I don't even understand. Like they start to.
No, but you can. You do have a consent form. You do have a consent form for them things.
Yeah, but from 6, 7. Why do you need to start teaching 6 and 7-year-olds about things like that already? In primary school.
Yeah, I was rubbing down in primary school.
So, that's bad influence.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. But, like, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, like, it's a tricky one.
I think when you're child 6 and 7, that's down to you to want to have that. That's what you want to talk about, not.
Yeah, of course. You're not gonna think your fucking 7-year-old son's getting rubbed in
but
school.
that's not what you got taught at. That's not what you got taught in school. From 6 to 7 is like basic body parts and things like that. I can teach my kids about.
I don't even think man learned that in primary school.
Yeah, but that's what it is now. That's what I'm saying. And it is like what was it, like heterosexual? That's obviously that's when you're straight now. Yeah, but it was on the other page. So it said all the other ones first, like
and
gay, bisexual.
All of that was
so
first.
I'm looking for it, like, well, what am I supposed to be taking here? So it was on the other page,
Yeah, that is mad.
That's for the NHS.
That is crazy.
Yeah, it's mad, mate. Like, it's just
bad influence. Definitely, I don't care. I know it's alright, cool. There's nothing wrong with gay people in it, but I just think like to stay gay, you don't need to drop off your business. This is my thing. I don't know, just be a gay guy in it. I don't know, innit?
I'm gonna keep it real, yeah. This is my opinion, yeah. Like, if you check history, yeah, of like just mankind, like just humans, yeah, like what we go off of, why there are laws and stuff like that. It comes from scriptures, Bible, the Quran. This is where laws come from, yeah. Land, like laws of the land. So here it will be like for the Bible. That's where they get the laws from. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they create their own laws, but it's going off of because how we're taught to live is from the Bible. Yeah, that's where it comes from. Yeah. Like so, that is something that's always been a sin. So I don't understand. I really don't get why that's now become so powerful, where you can't even say a bad word. Like if you're more likely to get away with calling a black person a nigger than calling a gay person something else. Yeah, like I didn't want to say it. Yeah, because
the beat button,
because that's mad though.
Yeah,
so I can be racist.
But at the same time, that's another plan, you know. Dim down our thing, because you know what I mean. They need to dim down our thing any chance they could get. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess it's.
I feel like they love when they see a black man gay, yeah, because it's like.
Yeah, 100%.
Black men are powerful men, you know what I'm saying?
100%.
Not even just men, women, they're powerful, innit? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, they have to dumb the powers in some type of way, and that's I feel like that's
they
how
can kill us off or dumb us down.
That's one of their main ingredients. Yeah, man, sexualize the world, make that gay thing. Yo, it's a law. No one can even diss that.
Mm-hmm.
Make people open and make them want to look into it, and maybe they get the feel for it and want to be gay, and then it will dumb down a man's masculinity. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and we have power over them, like control, population control.
Well, that's kind of how it started
like,
back in the day. Because you got to remember with the civil rights movement, it was strong, it was proper, and then in come feminism, where then you had feuds and then broken down homes, and now there's a lot of single black folk and whatnot. Because that never used to happen back in the day. You never used to see a single black mum, like in the 60s and the fucking 50s. That never was heard of.
Yeah, that's true. That's like
another ways to
that's like another section, like my nan and all that. Like they were married. She was married from she was 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, and they stayed together until
there ain't no broken homes.
There's
no broken homes. Bro.
Yeah, but now it's like broken homes.
Like
our generation. Yeah, or let's say our parents' generation. They just started doing this broken home thing, single parent type of thing, and it just became normal. Yeah. And now it's even worse. You know what I'm trying to say? Where that's not even flinching. Like, okay, cool, we've got a single parent, it'll be a single parent. That's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe when like our parents, they were devastated that they had to be single parents, but it became normal. Yeah. You get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, of course.
Like, and that's just how things. That's another thing. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Because if everyone's household was good. Not even good. If everyone's household was together,
you'd have a better influence.
The whole community would be different.
Yeah.
Where I want to be in life has nothing to do with what I was doing when I was in the on the streets in the past. Nothing to do with that. You know what I'm saying? I got bigger visions. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
It's a shame we didn't do this from earlier, innit? If you would have started like this from young, you'd have been the mayor right now. Bravo V from mayor.
What's your good influence?
No guidance. Sorry, can I just say as well? No guidance. Not good guidance growing up. That's one thing. That's a very bad influence. Is the guidance. As an older in your community, you're meant to guide the youngers a better way. Right, you know what I'm trying to say? You're meant to give them at least give them one option other than the streets. You know what I'm trying to say? Other than this bad area that we're in right now, and you know it's the government that's make. But you know what? Try do that.
Yeah.
I'll pay for you to go there, if I can. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, guidance. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, definitely. What happened again? What was it?
What's your good influence?
My kids.
Yeah.
That's it, really.
That's it, was me.
I always say these kids, they kept me alive.
Yeah, that's me every day, 100%. I feel you there.
Kids, man.
Because
without them, boy, I'll be honest.
You have to keep going, innit?
Yeah. Imagine me with no kids. Ugh, I wouldn't like to imagine that guy.
I heard that still.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'd probably be horrible as well.
So would I. No, I get that. I do get that.
So you feel like because you got kids,
it's made me a better person.
Yeah, you've had to step it up, innit?
Yeah, it's been a good influence on me, innit?
Yeah.
From where I think, you know, I want to do this, you know, my head takes me something, and I think, you know what, I have my kids.
And you've got to be alright.
Yeah, so I'll just truck on and just, it forces the good influence into my blood. Even if I'm there mad, I just want to, you know, I just like mad. Sponges, I say, you know what, I can't even do this. If I get nicked or whatever, my youth, I look at it, I've got myself. So I go on, she don't even have mom, so it's just, no, I can't do that to her, get me. Yeah, a couple of close calls and that, but yeah, she's, yeah, man.
Do a good job.
Yeah, man, just about.
You do.
Just about.
Well done.
Yeah, what would you say your bad influences?
My bad. Do you know what? I'll be honest. I don't think I have like a bad influence.
I see your friends sometimes on your snap.
I do know. I feel like all my bad influences over the years I've just cut.
Yeah.
I'm very good at like realizing
no, but on
that.
a roll, yeah. Even though you're saying that, are you saying that? And I'm not saying to like name names or whatever friends, but there could be people in your circle that do influence you bad sometimes. And it's not even in them having
like
bad
a detrimental badness, but
it's just that certain things that they might have like a certain trait, and because they're your close friends, it's like sometimes you're like, alright, cool, if I go link her today, I know we're gonna end up doing this or doing that, or you know what I'm saying, I'm not really in it like that. But that's a bad influence.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. I know lots of people, I've got lots of friends, like my best friends, the rest of them, my best friends since before. That's my go-to friend. Do you know what I mean? Our influence is the influence we got on each other because we're like the same person. You know what I mean? So No, I don't. My circle's not really that big.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? To think, oh, that person got a bad influence on me, so not really.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? Like I say, when I do feel like that, I kind of just cut.
Yeah, I hear that.
Because I can't be bothered to. I got kids as well. Do you know what I mean? So I can't be bothered to. It gets to like a time when I think, you know, that person is a bad influence on me. You shouldn't even get to that. You should just know that instantly. Do you know what I mean? You should feel that.
Got that mother's eye, innit?
Yeah.
You know, when your mum say, show me your friends, I'll tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my dad was having shit away.
How does it go again? Show me your friends, though, and I'll show you who you are. Yeah, that's it.
I never heard that.
Never heard that?
No.
Blood seed.
I never used to get told that still, but I know what you mean. I know about it. Yeah.
It's always been me and Larissa from 4. Do you know what I mean? So it's like.
Banging bench.
Yeah. That's it. Everyone knows we come together. You know what I mean? So that's just. I never really had the whole. I have. I'm not going to say I haven't because over the years I have, but I'm just.
Well, me.
That's good then, man. You should be proud to not have any type of bad.
Yeah, trust me. Like me, I'll be real with you. Me having my friends and my friendship circle and stuff like that. It was like they was like basically my family in it. So it was just like I didn't need recognition from any of my family with them. You know what I'm saying? But I had troubles in my family, so they were my family. You know what I'm trying to say? Like my friends were my family in it. So it was like, no one could tell me about them.
Yeah.
But looking back, I could say like, oh, I might have bad influence on them as well, but they had a bad influence on me. You know what I'm trying to say? Like bad influence on each other. But yeah, so it's a bit different. Like than taking them home, like, you know, my mum saying this and my dad. My mum and my dad, they couldn't tell me nothing when it comes to that, you know what I'm trying to say, so, yeah.
We're gonna wrap that up then, guys. It's been a good fucking session, hasn't it? Hey, that's no more than that, you know what I mean? Wow, from the Rev, that's us. Let's say goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Next week.
We'll catch you next week.